Right. Hi, Putta. You all welcome to the grade 10 English medium maths class. So today we are going to discuss paper number 6. So you have the paper. So we will discuss the full paper, paper 1. Right. So you can take the paper with you and make any notes regarding the each questions, especially the theory parts that you do not know. Okay, right. So one by one I will discuss, and further you can gather the knowledge of each questions, especially the theory parts even. Right. Okay, now we will move to the discussion. Now I am sharing you the paper to see it. This is the questions that we are discussing. Okay, right. The first question says find the most suitable answer for square root 18. Right. So this is coming under the first approximation, finding a square root value of a number which is not a perfect square. Okay, so in O level paper, right, we may have such a number, but less than 100. Okay, that is the requirement. Less than 100 number is given. More than 100s are not given. Less than 100, but not a perfect square number. Okay, this is how you choose this. So you take the lower and the upper perfect squares after and before 18. So what are the perfect squares? If you do not know, you have to remember these 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, and 100. So these are the perfect squares. How you get it? Just the number multiplied with the number itself. 1 into 1, 2 into 2, 3 into 3. These are the perfect squares. Okay, right. So now we check the root 18. 18 lies where between two which perfect squares? 18 lies between these 16 and 25. Okay, so now we take the lower perfect square, that is 16, the upper perfect square 25. Okay, now here the square root asking, so we make the square root here. Okay, understood the first step. Those who do not know the theory as well, they can catch up how to do the question. Okay, now I check the gap between 16 and 18. Gap 18 subtract 16, 2 gap. Then 25 subtract 18, that is 7 gaps. Now the root 16 answer you get, that is 4, and root 25 answer is 5. Square root 25 means 5 into 5, then 5 is the answer. Square root 16 means 4 is the answer. Okay. Now you check the value of root 18 lies between 4 and 5. Now we consider to which number the 18 is closer, to which number, 4 or 5. So we know the exact middle of 4 and 5, 4.5. Now we check what would be the answer here. Up to 4 to 4.5, 4.1, 2, 3, 4, 4.6, 7, 8, 9. So now you choose by considering the gaps. Here gap P is 2, here gap P is 7. If the gap P is same, so we can choose the middle value 4.5. But now you feel that the lesser gap between these sides. So now what are the options here? 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4. So now you choose that having a less gap means near to 4, but it cannot be 4. Then I feel that it is like 4.1 or 4.2, right? So that is a guess. So the first approximation means to a first decimal place you are finding here. Okay, now I choose like 4.2. How you choose it? Looking into the gap, this is a lower gap, this is the bigger gap, so it cannot be more than 4.5, it shall be lower than 4.5. Right. Then it is having a smaller gap. 2 gap means very closer to 4, means either 4.1 or 4.2, but I prefer 4.2. No problem. Then I check 4.2 multiply with 4.2 whether I can get this square root 18, nearly that. Then multiply it. as normal numbers. 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 4, 8, 4 into 2, 8, 4 into 4, 16, 4, 16, then 7, 17.64. So now you feel that 17.64 is less than root 18, less than 18. This is less than 18. So you will never go for 4.1. Why? 4.1 is lower than the 17.64. So now you have a doubt whether 4.3 may very closer to 18. Now you have a doubt. So what you need to do, you need to check the 4.3 as well. 4.3 with 4.3. 3 into 3, 9. 3 into 4, 12. 4 into 3, 12. And 4 into 4, 16, 17. 9, 2, 2, 4, and 8, 1. So now you can see that that is 18.49. Now in your mind, check with 18, what is making a lower gap. So now you can see here 64, 17, imagine like 64, but we are reading like 64 for our reference. From 64 to 100, how much in your mind? That is around 36 gap with 80. Now here 18 plus 0.49 means like 49 more. 49 more here, 36 less. So 49, 36. What you choose? 36 is the lower gap. So you choose this one. So this one belongs to the square root what? 4.2. So although it seems like short questions, there is a big process here. Okay, right. So I choose 4.2. Understood? Right. So that is the guess. So you will not move forward. 4.4 cannot, because it is more than 18. The gap is more. You will not move there. It is lesser gap. Okay. So what happened here? If you choose 4.1, then you have to choose 4.2 even. Then 4.3 even. You need to check 3 numbers. But if you can guess as a correct one shot, then your calculations would be lower. Only 2 things to be checked. Okay, so that is the answer. So that is also an approximate answer. Remember that. So because we are finding to the first approximation, right? So that is approximately equal, actually 4.2. 4.2. Okay, so first approximation means to the first decimal place we are finding the answer. Okay, hands up those who got the answer. Right. Although it seems like short questions, it deals a big process, big calculations there. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 2. A car travels with a uniform speed of 80 km per hour. Find the distance traveled in 15 minutes. Okay, that is done. So now you know the speed equal distance over time, right? So you can use the reference equation and subject the given things, right? So the car travel 80 km per hour, right? That is called the speed. And the time taken, time given, time 15 minutes. They ask him what is the distance travel. So with the 15 minutes, with the definition of the speed here, 80 km per hour means the vehicle travels within 1 hour 80 kilometers, within 1 hour 80 kilometers. Then 15 minutes means you need to make hours. So hours mean just 15 divided by 60, that is like 1/4 hour. What is the distance traveled? So for 1 hour 80 kilometers, then 1/4 of hour means 1/4 of this distance, right? How you do it? The distance equal, right? Just this is 1 hour distance traveling, then multiply the time they travel. They travels 1/4 hours, right? 80 kilometers into 1/4 hours, right? So for 420, so the distance travel is 20 kilometers. So that is as per the definition. If you do not know any equations, but you know the concepts, the speed means within 1 hour 8 kilometer travel, then within 1/4 hour how much, right? But if you feel the equations, right, speed equal distance over time, then they're asking a distance, then you can subject distance as the speed into the time. Okay, so you can substitute into this equation the speed 80 kilometer per hour into the time is should be in hour, that is 1/4 hour each. Now you can do simplification, h minus 1 and h plus 1 cancelled out. So 4 into 80, that is 420 kilometer. So that is using the equation, that is using the concept. Okay, right. Now we are moving to the question number 3. To the question number 3, that is regarding log to the index or index to the log. So as I mentioned in all level paper, in the first part under the logarithm themes, we have the questions conversion, either index to the log or log to the index only, right? No any index like log equations are there. Okay, right. So 3 to the power 4 equal 81. Now this is what? This is the index format. How you identify no log values? This is the base, this is the index. So as I mentioned, how to convert it, you take not the base sides, the other sides, answer sides logarithm. Log 81, but you require a base. So you extract this base as the base of log. What is the base here? Base is 3. Then 3 is taken here. So 4 isolated, 4 is the answer. You can exchange the sides even. Logarithm of 81 to the base 3 equal 4. That is the answer. Okay, logarithm of 81 to the base 3 equal 4. Right, correct it. So now we are moving to the question number 4, simplifying. So 3 upon x minus 1 upon 3x. Right, this is the fraction simplification, fraction subtraction. For fraction subtraction, we may have the common denominator. Here x, here 3x. So I need to bring the 3 there. So you multiply by 3, top and bottom. That is the right in equivalent fractions. Okay, now 3 into 3, 9 upon 3x minus 1 upon 3x. Now you can see that 3x is the denominator. Then 9 minus 1 is 8. So the answer becomes 8 upon 3x. So 8 upon 3x. Understood? So this is called the, the theory is the fraction subtractions. So what is the concept? You need to make the denominator same by writing the equivalent fractions. Okay, now we move to the question number 5. Right. So we have this type of triangles, two triangles there. Okay, and ABCD, and these two sides equal. Right, they are asking if this is congruent under SAS case. Right, so under that case, what is the specialty? Remember that SAS. So two sides to be equal and one angle. So you can see that angle also written between two sides. The angle is written between two sides. So the angle shall be the intermediate angle. So that is the specialty here, intermediate. Right, intermediate means like angle is located. If I take these two fingers as the sides, the angle should be in between that. Okay, in between that, no any other angles can be equal. Right, shall be the intermediate angle. So here now you can see side equal, side equal. Now this is the common side for both. Side, side, okay, side, side, okay. Now the angle to be intermediate between the two equal sides. So that means this angle shall equal with this angle. Then only side angle side. You can see like angle is located between the two sides. That is the condition. Is then what is the angle to be equal? ABD angle equal with CBD angle. Okay, so this is the requirement. Okay, ABD with CBD. So follow the condition, the angle shall be the intermediate angle. Okay, right. Okay, now we are moving to the next question. So find the LCM of 3a squared and 4ab, right? So the question number 6 we are discussing 3a squared and the other one 4ab. 4ab. Right. Now check here. So find in the LCM just to expand, right? 3, okay, and a squared, a terms. Then 4ab, how you write 4 into a terms and a terms and b. Okay. Now check 3 and 4, right? Two terms there. Now check the bigger one, 4, and check whether 3 can convert to 4. 3 can convert to 4? No. Then you check the 4 second multiple, 8. 3 can convert to 8? No. Then you check the third multiple, 12. Yes, 3 can also convert. Then LCM of these two numeric value is 12. Then take this maximum power of similar algebraic terms. So you have to write a line in the similar terms. So a squared a, then you take a squared here and b only b, then you take b there. So what is the answer? 12 a squared b. 12 a squared b. Now we move to the question number 7. So we have two sets. Okay, then the first set says the boys, and this is the universal set, and this is called the students greater than 15 years. Students greater than 15 years. Right. See there. So now if I mention the regions, understand the concept. Huh? Here the two subset they are discussing is what? The boys is one subset and the other subset is students who greater than 15 years. Right. So that are the two subjects. And further, it implies us. Although the boys discuss, the rest is what? The girls, exactly. Sure. No other parts. Right. So boys, otherwise the girls. Then what happened here? So this one is the boys set. And here the students greater than 15 years. Then one part is what? Someone's telling that only boys. It doesn't mean only boys. Who are they? Only boys. Or do we have boys and girls? Such animals? No. So only boys, they appear like that concept. But not only boys, here boys, but they do not intersect with students greater than 15 years. So what is the complement of greater than 15 years? That is less than 15 years. So that means you can say that the other word, boys less than 15 years. Okay. Oh, otherwise boys not greater than 15 years. So you imply that this is the boys, but not intersect with this set, means the complement of that. So what is 2? The both combination, boys as well as greater than 15 years. Then what about 3? That are the greater than 15 years only, but that doesn't appear a clear picture. So that is not boys. Why? It is not intersecting with boys set. If not boys, surely girls. So here we have the girls who greater than 15 years. Then what about 4? It is neither boys nor students greater than 15 years. In the other word, neither boys means girls and students not greater than 15 years, maybe lower than 15 years. Okay, that's how you identify the terms. So what they are mentioning, the girls who greater than 15 years. So the girls who greater than 15 years, now you know the girls who greater than 15 years, it shall not be intersect with boy set here, then that is the greater than 15 year set. So this is the set. So that is a set indication. So if they ask to indicate in the set notation, imagine B and here the Y set, then how to write the set notation, this part. So complement of B, except B part shaded, B dash, but it intersect, not all the B dash, it intersect with y set only. So this is how you indicate to the set notation. Okay, right. Now we are moving to the question number 8, the factorizing. X squared plus 7x, sorry, plus x minus 42. So this is factorizing. So we can see it is as a trinomial quadratic expressions. So the quadratic expressions is factorized in this manner. See there. So we multiply these two terms, minus 42 into x squared minus 42x squared. Okay, minus 42x squared. Now we check as a product minus 42 obtained, then as a sum plus 1x to be obtained. Okay, then minus product means 1 plus and 1 minus should be their product. Then when we add it, the difference comes, difference 1x. So what is the difference 1 and product 42 creates? That is 7 and 6. 7 into 6. So, but here the sum is positive 1x, then bigger 7 here, 7x minus 6x. Now you appear x squared plus 7x minus 6x minus 42. Now take 2 by 2 common factors, x plus 7 minus 6 taken, x plus 7. Now you can see x plus 7 common and the other one x minus 6, x plus 7 taken, then here x minus 6 there. Okay, that is the question number 8. Now we are moving to question number 9. Find the data represent there, find the mode and the median. Okay, to find the mode and the median, right, we need to check here 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2 ones and 3 twos, and 3, 3, 4, 5. 3, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here the data distribution. Remember that finding the mode and median. To find the mode, it is not compulsory to write the data in the ascending order. Mode is what? Mode is the most repetitive data. Mode is most repetitive data, the highest frequency data in the data sample. Okay, so here most repetitive data, but remember that it is better to arrange, even find in the mode, you can easily find what is the most repetitive data if you write in the ascending order, because this type of questions we may have size, the sample size is very low in the O-level paper, right? They will not give to 20, 25, 30 data, just maybe 8, 10, 12 such data sample for the first paper. Okay, right, then you can arrange to the ascending order and then take most repetitive data, that is 2. Why? 2 threes are there, although 1 repeated, 3 repeated, here the most repetition 3 data there. So what is the mode 2? And further remember that if another 3 was there, what happened? Then 3 threes, 2 threes, the same frequency there. So then we have to write the two things as the mode, because that is like several mode. Maybe have several modes. If the frequency of a certain element, certain data is same, they are having 2 modes. You have to write both. Remember that. But here the 2 is the mode. So the median is the mid data. Remember the mid data. Median is middle data. So that for that parts, you must writing in the ascending order. Without order, you will not give the median. Right. Now median is the middle data. We have the formula for that one. So I write formula Q2 is the median, that is 2/4 into n plus 1. Oh, 1/2. When you simplify 1/2. 2/4 into n plus 1 means the number of data plus 1. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many data there? Yes, 9th data there. Right. Then n is 9th plus 1. Okay. Yes. So here that is 1/2 to into 10. So that is 5. So Q2 equal 5, but that is incorrect. If somebody is right, Q2 equal 5, that is incorrect. So I have seen in a lot of papers, the students writing and Q2 equal 5. No, that remember when you write in that one, write this wording, 2/4 in plus 1th data. That means the position of the data only, right? This is not the answer for Q2, 5th data. So they are saying that the position by these equations, they are giving which term is the median. Okay, it's the position. So now you count what is the 5th data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th data is this one, that is the median in symbol Q2. Okay, so Q2 equal now 2. Remember that lot of students take this and right, come with we done the job very well. Likewise, but totally incorrect. Okay, right. The formula says the position only. Then you have to check what is the 5th data in the data sample. Okay, the other easiest method, but I will show you. But sometimes the marks given for this formula method. But for first paper, how to find the mid one? This is the easiest way. You see there, you can cut the terms from 2 terminals, right? Cut the 2 terminals, and then the one is isolated. One is isolated. Then that is the median. Okay, cut from the 2 terminals and come to the mid, right? The remaining one is the median. Okay, fine. Right, now we move to the next question. Question number 10, find the shaded triangle area. So some students will think that in different ways to do this calculation, but see, I will do in a way here. I think that is 12 and 10. So 12 centimeter and 10 centimeter, and this is the shaded part. Some students think that how to find the shaded part, they will take the bigger triangle area and they will subtract the small triangle area. That is also fine, but that is very long method. You can see that the shaded region has also a triangle, that is obtuse angle triangle. So in an obtuse angle triangle, how to find the areas? Same formula, the half into base into height. What is the specialty here? The height is located outside of the triangle. So I take the base as this one, base, that is 6 centimeter. Okay. Then the height is, we cannot draw a perpendicular from this vertex to this line. So that shall be a line that shall lies outside. So this is the perpendicular height. So this is the base. Why? The 12 is total one. This is equally divided. It is given. Then this is 6 and the height is 10. So just write area equal half into base into perpendicular height. Right. Then I substitute half into what is the base. I choose base this one, that is 6 centimeter, into the height is 10 centimeter. Okay, then I can simplify 2, 1, 2, 3. Then 3 into 10 becomes 30 square centimeters. So that is the area of the shaded part. Remember, okay, what is the formula? Half into base into height. Fine. Right, now we move to the question number 11. Right, the student can do that method also. Bigger triangle subtract the small triangle, but that this is one shot method, very easy. X equal b minus cx. Right, now subjecting x. So subjecting x means, right, you equal, you make x term at the side of the equal mark. At the side, all the other terms bring to the other sides. If it is addition or subtraction, you can eliminate with same addition or subtraction, which is the opposition operation. Okay, but it is the multiplication, you apply the division. To cancel it, division, you apply the multiplication. That's the scenario. Remember, it is like solving an equation, right? You imagine here we need to find x, then how you are gonna find x? Same principle apply. Okay, so what I do, ax there, here minus cx there, I need to bring x terms to a side. So I bring this minus cx to the sides. So by exchanging through the equal marks, the signs becomes varied. So now minus cx as comes as plus cx. Okay, now equal b there. Now x is there in both terms. So I take x as the common factor, then x taken out, then here a isolated plus x taken, so c equal b. Now I need to subject x multiply with a plus c factor. X multiply with a plus c. This is the expression. So you have to divide by the expression a plus c both sides. So I divide by a plus c both sides. Then a plus c cancelled. Then x being subjected as b upon a plus c. B upon a plus c. Remember how we did it. Right now we move to the question number 12. If any doubts or any questions you couldn't understand, send me a message. Then I will recall the question. So here PQRS, and here the two opposite sides are parallel given. Okay, two opposite sides are parallelly given. To become a parallelogram, they are asking what is the right condition need to quadrilateral to become a parallelogram. So what is the requirement here? One pair of side is parallel. Okay, then student can write the other pair also to be parallel. Let's put the question. X equal b minus cx upon a. No, Puta, you cannot. So some student asking in the question here x equal b minus cx upon a. But here, so subjecting x means x to be at one side only, solely at one side, right? But you can see here x is this side also. Here also we have x terms. It cannot be because x side to be isolated at the side. So this is wrong because x is there also. X not being subjected, right? You need to bring all the x terms to a side and one side x only. See there x only. Other sides no x terms there. If any x terms the other sides, that is not being subject. Okay, right. Right. So here two options there. Two sides parallel. This pair parallel. So this pair also to be, if this pair is parallel, then that is a parallelogram. What is the requirement? The opposite sides are parallel. Only one pair is parallel. We cannot accept as a parallelogram. Both pairs, this pair, to be parallel. So one students can say that if PS parallel, this is how you write parallel. PS parallel with QR, right? When you write in the parallel symbol, see there, if you choose this direction, PS, you start with PS. So you have to start here also from QR. So don't write PS and RQ. Don't change the directions. Better follow the same direction, PS, QR. Okay, this is acceptable answer, right? The second answer, some student can say that if one pair is parallel, and if the length is equal of the same pair, if the lengthwise Q equal SR length, that is also a parallelogram. What is that condition? A pair of sides are parallel and equal. Okay. So no need to write both the answers. Right. This one correct. This one correct. Badly, right? Is that okay? Right, what is the two conditions? Opposite sides, all sides are parallel. Under that conditions we wrote it. The other one, quadrilateral become a parallelogram if one pair of sides equal and parallel. Equal and parallel, only one pair you choose. Right, now we move to the 13th question. And we take angles. So Puta, here if you take angles, we have to specify two conditions. Why? This angle equal this angle, this angle equal this angle. But carefully read the question. They're asking write a condition. A condition. Right, write a condition. So this is given another one condition only. Okay. Okay, fine. So now that is okay, right? So you cannot take the angles here. Then it is two condition and no relation with this parallel condition given, right? Okay, then question number 13, we are moving. So those who are not in our WhatsApp group, right, they can join to the WhatsApp group as well. Then if any, because the first day, those who didn't upload their slips, they cannot log in through the website. So next day onwards, you can log in through the website, right? If you're having any issues with login or uploading the payment, you can send us a message, right? So once you done the uploading the payment slip to the website, all the materials and all the links, all the papers are visible, right? Then you can upload it and you can use the website for the upcoming classes. Then all the recordings, everything, papers are there in the website. That is the first day of this month. That's why I shared these informations there. But some are not in the group as well. So the next day onwards, you can prepare through the website. Okay, right. So now we are moving to question number 13. So here we have the triangle, and here this is 50 degree and x degree. So here these two sides are equal. So now you can choose, find the value of x. They're asking. If it is 50, here also 50. What is the condition? Right, these two sides equal, then front angle to that sides are equal. Now you can select the sum of these three angles become 180. So how you write it? X plus 50 equal 180 degrees. Then x plus 100 degrees equal 180. So you can subject x as subtracts 180, subtract 100, then x equal 80 degree. Okay. So what you apply the condition here, if two sides equal, their front angles are equal, right? You mark 50 and 50 here, then the interior angles are made up to 180. So that's the question number 13 deals. Okay, now we are moving to question number 14. So in a container, there are 40 seeds. A seed is taken from the container randomly. The probability of that seed is germinate 7, 8. Find the number of seeds which are not germinate. Right. So germinate probability is 7, 8, 7 upon 8. Then what is the probability of not germinating? That is like the complement of that event. So always the event plus complement probability is 1. Okay, so the germinating is 7, 8, then not germinating means the complement of that, then that is the rest. What is the rest of that? The rest is right. Okay, so what is the complement then? 7, 8 there, that is the event. The complement of that means not germinating is 1 upon 8. The balance from 8 subtract 7, 1 upon 8. Okay, right. Then what they're asking, how many seeds which are not germinating, right? Not germinating probability is 1 upon 8. Then how many seeds are there? 40. If 8 seeds, 1 upon 8 means if total 8 seeds there, one is not germinating out of that. Out of 8, one not germinated. Then how many seeds are there? 40 seeds. Just multiply with 40 seeds. Okay, then 8, 1, 8, 5. Okay, then 5 into 1, 5 seeds are there. Okay, so 5 seeds not germinating. So what we did it, we got the probability of not germinating, and then that probability is multiplied with the total seeds. If they're asking germinating seeds, take this probability and multiply with the sample, that is 40. Right? Understand the concept. If total 8 seeds, there are 7s are germinated. Right? Then from total 8, 1 is not germinated. In that way, understand. Then if 8, they are 1 not germinated, from 40, how much? Right now, question number 15. Name an isosceles triangle. Okay, now you can see the triangle I will mark here. Name an isosceles triangle. Isosceles means two sides to be equal, right? If two sides equal means two angles equal. Okay, if you cannot find that the sides are equal, check which two angles are equal. With check the angle wise. So in the O-level paper also we have seen that some provement asking to prove isosceles triangle, but nothing mentioned regarding the sides, but angles given everywhere. So what you choose, you check which two angles are equal. If it is isosceles, two angle must equal. Okay. Right now I check here, you can see the question. So now check which two angles are equal in this two triangle. Right. So here 50 and here 20 they are. So you can see that 50, 20 and here becomes 70. How it becomes 70? That is the extreme angle theorem of this ACD triangle. See the ACD triangle, they are 20 and 50. So this is the extreme angle. That extreme is equal interior opposite sum. So the sum of these two becomes the exterior 70. Now you can see this is also 70. Now two angles equal. So which two sides equal of this triangle? The opposite sides of the angle. This is one opposite. This is opposite to this. So AB equal AC. So what is the triangle? ABC triangle is the isosceles triangle. ABC. Okay, ABC triangle is the isosceles. Remember how we did it? We found the angle and two angles equal, then that is isosceles. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 16. Question number 16, find the value of x minus y without solving this one. Right, you have given two equations 16, like 3x minus y equals 7, 3x minus y equals 7, first equation. The other equation 5x minus 7y, 5x minus 7y equal 9. Okay, that is the second equation. Now, without finding x and y separately, they are asking to find x minus y. So here you have two options. One option, either you can add the equation or subtract the equation. Then how you choose out of these two methods, either addition or subtraction? So for finding x minus y or x plus y, whatever, x and y coefficient must equal. X and y coefficient must equal. So here, x, when you add and subtract, in your mind check, when you add it, 3x plus 5x, 3 plus 5, 8. Coefficient of x is 8. When you add y terms, here 1, here 7, 7 plus 1 also 8. Now you feel that x coefficient 8, y coefficient also 8. 8x, 8y. Then you can solve for x minus y. Okay. If you subtract, sometimes you have to subtract it and the x and y coefficient same. Then you can subject x minus y. So what we do here, I add 1 and 2 equations. Left side with left side. So 3x minus y plus 5x minus 7y equal the right side addition 7 plus 9. Okay, now you add 3x with 5x, 3x plus 5x, 8x, here minus y minus 7y minus 8y equal 7 plus 9, 16. Okay, now 8x minus 8y found. So you bring 8 as the common factor, 8 taken, so x minus y equal here 16. Okay, now you need to subject x minus y. So you just divide by 8 both sides. Okay, then you can divide by 8, here also divide by 8. So 8, 8 cancelled, then x minus y equal 16 divided by 8, 2. Okay, this is how you deal the question, right? Okay, here did you find individually x and y and subtracted? No, right? Just x minus y answer is taken, but we do not know individually what is x and what is y. That is not required here. Just x minus y is asking. Okay, right. Next one, question number 17. Find the perimeter of the shaded part. Right. So they have given this type of square, and this is being shaded. Okay, and this is the shaded part, and this is asking 14 centimeter. Okay, and here is square. So this is also 14 centimeter, 14 centimeter, and this is 90 degree. So find the perimeter of the shaded part. So for perimeter, we know these two sides, but we do not know this arc length. So this arc length belongs to what? This arc length is belongs to this sector, this sector. So in this sector, how to find the arc length? We know that a full circle arc length is 2 5 r. Okay, then 2 into 5 into r. R is what? That is 14. But remember, that is not a full circle. Then what you need to write front to that? This is 90 degree. 90 degree means 1/4 of the full circle. If you cannot identify as 1/4, just write 90 degree upon 360 into 25r. Okay, when you simplify it, that is 1/4 into 25r. So 2 into 5 into r. So r is 14 centimeter. Okay, then 7 1 7 2, then 2 2 4 with cancelled with 4. Then the answer gives you 22 centimeter. Okay, so that is how you get that arc length. So this is the arc length. So arc length is found as 22 centimeter, right? Then you have to add these 14 14s together. So therefore, perimeter equal, right, 22 centimeter plus 2 radius, that is 28. That gives you 50 centimeter, that is the perimeter. Understood? Right. So remember that in O-level paper, first paper, you have 3 types of sectors only. What are they? The semi-sector, what we call 180 degree sector, 90 degree and 45 degree only. Okay, then practice for these 3 types of sectors for finding the perimeter, the arc length, and finding the area. Okay. Right, 50, the total perimeter. Perimeter asking, perimeter is 50 centimeter. Right now we are moving to the question number 18. If took 1.5 hours to fill an empty tank using a pump, which flows at the rate of 6 liters per minute, find the capacity of the tank. Right. Right, to fill up 1/2 hour, if took half hours to fill an empty tank using a pump which water flows the rate of 6 liters per minute. Right, 6 liters per minute means within 1 minute it fills 6 liters. Within 1 minute it flows 6 liters. They're asking half an hour. Half an hour means how many minutes? 30 minutes. Then it filled completely. Then what is the capacity? Within 1 minute it fills 6 liters. Then within 30 minutes, how much? Just 6 into 30. liters. Then that gives you 180 liters. That is the capacity here. Understood? Right. So just the idea of the equation, right? Then find the equation of the straight line which passes through the point 0, 0 and parallel to y equal to x minus 3. Right. Remember that here two conditions you need to know. Right. There is an straight line y equal to x minus 3. So first condition, parallel to that equation, parallel to above as well as it passing through 0, 0. Right. So if two straight lines are parallel means, Puta, they are gradient equal. What is the condition if two straight lines parallel? They are gradient equal. Why it happens? If we draw on a coordinate plane, so parallel means actually the gradient means the with the x-axis the create angles tan value with the positive direction. So if parallel means this angle creation is same. If angle same means they are gradient same. So what is the parallel conditions? Gradient must equal. Gradients are equal. So in equation, how the gradients appear? Gradient is the coefficient of x term. Coefficient of x terms. So what is the coefficient of x term is 2. X front value, that is a coefficient, and y to be subjected in the equation. Y equal, yes, fine, 2x minus 3. So now the gradient of this equation is 2. Then if it is parallel means the new equation gradient also to be 2. Then the equation, new equation also shall start with the same x part. So that is also 2x. Y x coefficient shall be same for this line. This is called the 2x minus 3. Imagine this is what they're asking. They have a line passing through 2x minus 3. This is 2x minus 3. Parallel to that, going through the origin, passing through the origin. Origin is 0, 0. Okay, parallel means here 2x part shall comes there. So that is also y equal to x. Then check the intercept. Intercept is the y cutting point. The y-axis cutting points. The graph where it cuts the y-axis. So now you can see it goes through the 0, 0 means origin. This is the point. Then it cut the y-axis at 0. So then the intercept is 0. Intercept is the next value after the x term. This is gradient, x, then intercept. So normally we do not write the 0. Then what is the equation? Y equal to x. Understood? What are the two conditions you need to remember? If parallel means gradient equal, then the x term is exactly coming right. Then you have to check the intercept. How to find the intercept? Y cutting point. So how to find without drawing the graph whether it is the intercept coordinate? In the intercept coordinate, see there when y cutting, right? You can see this is the y cutting values. In all the y cutting values, what is the specialty? Specialty here, the all the x coordinates is 0. All the x coordinate 0. So when a coordinate given that a line passes like 0, something, right? The x coordinate 0, then understand the next one, something is the intercept. Okay. So at the y cutting point, the x coordinate 0. That's why you identify. If they ask that they pass 0, positive 5, then what is the intercept? 5. If they are 0, negative 4, what is the intercept? Negative 4. But if they mention it pass 2, 3, you cannot that 3 is the intercept because that is 2, 3. Then x is 2 coordinate. Understood? Understand this concept so you can do any type of questions. Right, now we move to the question number 20. See there. So I will share the screen with you. So the answer is 2x. Right, ABCD is a parallelogram. BC equal BE. So you can mark BC equal BE, that is marked. If BEC 70 degrees, see there, this is 70 degree. Find the value of BAD. So you know that that is a parallelogram. Okay, now this is 70 mean this is also 70. Mark in the diagram itself. Remember that, students, right? Mark this information in the diagram itself. Now 70 70 equal. Now that is a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, the opposite angles are equal. So this is 70 means BAD also 70. What is the condition? The condition is taken that the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Find BAD. BAD equals 70 degree. Right. Now deal the question number 21. Read the question. Right. Question 21. A person takes a loan on annual simple interest. He has to pay 70,000 rupees in 2 years to settle a loan. If he settle the loan in 5 years, he has to pay 85,000 rupees. Calculate the loan amount. If a person takes a loan on annual simple interest, he has to pay rupees 70,000 in 2 years. ඔන්න හොඳ ප්‍රශ්නයක් ටිකක් හිතන්න තියෙන එක. Right? Just a thinking question. Now check. They didn't mention anything, right? So here they mention in 2 years settle. Within 2 years, if they settle, right, they have to pay 70,000. Total amounts they are saying. If they settle 5 years, then they have to settle 85,000. So now you can see what is the gap time period between these two. What is the gap time period here? 2 years, 5 years, then 3 year gap there. Okay, for that 3 year different, what is the additional amount they have paid for 3 years time period? Right, for 3 years time period from 70,000 to 85,000, what is the additional payment? That is 15,000 rupees. Right, 15,000 for 3 years. What is this additional payment? Is always the interest. Okay, then for 3 years they are paying 15,000 interest, and further this is a simple interest. So within the same year, if the loan is not changed, right, the interest is uniform. Okay, then you can divide by 3 to take the interest per year. Then you can calculate the interest per year per 1 year. Right, what is the interest per 1 year? Just 15,000 rupees divided by 3. Then that gives you rupees 5,000. So now we can say that per year they charge an interest of 5,000. Then for 2 years they settle 70,000, means as a total, what would be the interest part there? Per year 5,000, for 2 years 10,000. So 10,000 interest they are here. So they paid total 70,000, means from total 70,000 subtracts that 10,000 for 2 years interest, then 60,000 is the loan. So the loan equal, right, rupees 60,000. You understood how we deal it, right? For this gap, 3 year additional payment, we got it 15,000. Okay, so that additional payment means for 3 years the interest 15,000. You calculate then the interest per year 5,000. So here 2 year period they settle with this much. Then you calculate 2 year interest is 10,000. 5 year into 2, 5,000 into 2. Then you subtract from the total the amount the interest, then the loan is taken. Okay, right. Which one put 100, because the light angles. Which question? Can you write a question? Right, send me the question number. Right. Okay, that one you can have the other method also, right? That's fine, no problem. But if you receive the answer in geometry, that is fine. Okay, now check the question number 22. So we are at the question number 21 now. Now we are moving to the question number 22. Find the value of x here. Here we have x50, x there, and here 50 there, and here 40 and 30. Okay, 30, 40. Okay, now they are asking the value of x. So here you can see Puta. Here you can see there, Putta, 40 plus 30. So here the exterior angle, right? The exterior equal interior opposite sum, 30 plus 40. So that is give you the 70 degree. Okay. So 30 plus 40 is here 70. Okay, now you can see this is the triangle. So by use of the exterior angle theorem, you got it. The exterior equal interior opposite sum, 30 plus 40 equals 70. Now further check, this is the triangle. So the sum of these angles are 180. You can write x plus 70 plus 50 equal 180 degrees. Okay, then x plus 120 degree equal 180. Then subject x 180, subtract 120, then x gives you 60 degrees. X equal 60 degree. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 23. It takes 8 men 6 days to complete a certain task. How many men want to complete the half of the task in 2 days? Right. First, measure the work done, work amount by men days. Right. 8 men 6 days. Right. That is 23 question. So you take 8 men 6 days. Just multiply these two together. That gives you 18 to 6, 48 men days. Okay, that is the total work done. Okay, then how many men want to complete the half of the task? Half of the task, then check the half of the task. This is the full task, half of this min days. That gives you 24 min days. Okay, that is the half of the task. To complete half of the task, how many how many days they have? Within 2 days. Then just divide by 2 days. Okay, you got the total task, then the half of that means 24, then that to be completed by certain 2 days. So then divide by the days given. If the man's given, divide by the means the other parameter days coming. If days given, other is coming when you divide by the days. Now you see the simplification, days cancelled, right? 24 divided by 2 means 12 means. So it is required 12 means. Right, correct it. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 24. You can see I will share the screen with you. Right, if the following statement are true, put correct mark and the wrong mark. If area of two triangles equal each other, then they are congruent triangle. If area of two triangles equal each other, then they are congruent triangle. Remember that that is wrong. Why the case? Remember always, right? That if the congruent, if triangles, they are area equal, but if the area equal, we cannot say that is congruent, right? If congruent, they area equal, but the other way, that is wrong. Okay, the areas of congruent triangles are equal to each other. That is okay. Areas of congruent triangle equal, but if the area equal, we cannot say that is congruent. Okay. Then the last question. Draw the sketch of the relevant construction needed to obtain the point P, which is equidistant to the point A and B. And the two lines AB and AC. Now here two locus they are asking equidistance to 2 point is the perpendicular bisector. It is drawn to A and B. That is fine. Then the other requirement is equidistance to AB and AC. So what are they? These are two lines. So two lines equidistance means the angle bisector of the angles which create by the intersecting of these two lines. So here you can see that AB and AC intersecting at this point, then the angle bisector of it to be done. Okay, then you can see that that locus intersect with the angle bisector, this locus, then this is the point you need to mark. So what you need to draw the angle bisector of BAC angle. Then that intersect with the given locus. Okay. Right. Okay, Putta, in simple interest or any questions you can ask before move to the part B. So part B is not much time consuming because part A deals with 25 questions in different theory categories. Okay, that's why I take considerable time and I teach you, because in this paper class, the specialty, if you do not know the theory, but you can do the papers. Why? Here I am teaching you how the methodology of each questions, and then the next day you can do the first approximation, you can do the area. So I'm not giving just the answer. So we have some markings, but that is not worth. Okay. To understand in this way, so through the fully paper class, so you can continue for the grade 11 and near to the O-level exam. So that would be very grateful, and you will be more than 90 marks sure. Right. So once I completed several first papers, then I moved to the second papers also, but I need to polish you with regard to the first paper. Then if you are competent, then we can go to the second, because the second is the most difficult paper. So today, I think Northwestern Province, they had the all maths term test, right? Those who did the papers as well, the divisions, they could do it nicely. Okay. All right. That questions, Putta, there's some student asking about the interest. They settle 2 years. Within after 2 years, they settle 70,000. Right. If they settle after 5 years, they have to pay 85,000. So, okay, if they settle, so loan is not changing, loan is constant. Okay, for the 2 years settle, the same loan they are paying. For 5 years also, the same loan amount paying. Then why the amount is increased for this 3 year period? Why, how we got 3 year period? Here at end of 2 year, here at end of 5 years. Between that 2 and 5 years, we have 3 year period. So for this 3 year period, so what is the additional payment? 85,000 subtract 70,000. That is 15,000. Why this additional? Loan is not increasing. Loan is uniform. The additional is the interest. So interest is 15,000 for 3 year period. Then we got the interest per year. How? Just divide by 15,000 by 3. Then interest per year is 5,000. Okay. So remember, that is the simple interest nature, right? For each and every year having 5,000, not changing. Then for 2 years, now you think if they settle the loan at end of 2 years, what would be the interest charge? For year 5,000, for 2 years is 10,000. So the total amount consists with loan plus the interest for 2 years. So interest for 2 years is 10,000. Then from 70,000 subtracts the interest 10,000. Then that balance is the loan. That's how we got 6,000, 60,000. Okay. Right now we are moving to the question number part B. See, they are very important question. The first one, the fraction question. Right. You can see the question now. Mr. Suresh planned a trip. He spent 5/9 of his money for food and 3/4 of the remaining of the amount for cost of fuel. He spent remaining amount 5,000 for other expenses. Right. One by one, we will resolve it. Right. First questions they ask in first part. what fraction of the total amount of money was he remaining after spending for foods? So for foods, 5/9 Putta. So we always assume the total is 1. Here the denominator 9. So total is 9 upon 9. Okay, from that subtracts the spend for food is 5/9. 5 upon 9. Then see the amount 9 there, 9 minus 5, 4. So 4 upon 9 is the spend for foods, the remaining fraction for first one. So you have 2 marks. We spend 5/9. We have the total 1 from 1 subtracts 5/9. Okay, then part 2, that is the remaining part. Okay, then what fraction of the total amount money was allocated for the fuel? Then see the question again, and 3/4 of the remaining. Write the expressions 3/4 of remaining. So now we calculate what the remaining. Remaining is 4/9. Take that here. 3/4 of mean in maths multiplication. Remaining is 4/9. Okay, then 4/1 simplified, then 3 into 1, 3 upon 9. But keep this same denominator with 9. Then the simplification would be easy. For that one, you can simplify 1/3 and give the answer. But remember this fraction more. Okay, 2 marks. Then part 3, now we know that 5/9 for foods and this is for fuel. Then express the amount allocated for the foods and fuel total. So this is for food 5/9, right? Plus for fuel 3/9 from the total. Okay, then you have 8/9, 8 upon 9. For that one, you have another 2 marks. This is for foods and fuel. Then express the fourth one. What fraction of the total amount of money was allocated for other expenses? The last fourth one. So other expenses means the balance. From totally we have 9, 8 part allocated. From 9, 8 part allocated. So what is the balance? From 9 subtracts this 8. So then we can see the balance is from again 9, 9 subtracts this 8, 9. Okay, then it becomes 1 upon 9. Even you can take directly the answer. Okay, then calculate the total amount of money that he planned for the whole trip. Now they mentioned that the finally balanced as a fraction 1/9, that is equal as an amount, right? How much? They said the 5,000. So 1/9 of the expenses equal as rupees 5,000. Then total means 1 totally. 1 means 9 parts, 9 upon 9 parts. So 1 upon 9, 5,000. Then 9 upon 9 parts, such 9 parts there. So now this is 1 part. Just multiply this 5,000 by 9. Then you got 45,000 rupees. Rupees 45,000. Okay, so that is 2 marks. The final 2 marks. Corrected. So that is very simple equation, not much hard. See the flow of these fraction questions. Okay, flow is interesting. And sub those who got 10 marks, 10 out of 10 marks. Not much hard. Right. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 2. Question number 2, see there. So that is fine, right? Okay, right. So so this is a rectangle and a sector given here. Okay, sector is 45 degrees. And here 20 meter and 14 meter. 20 meter. And here 14 meter. Okay, and A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, then what they're asking, um, rectangle part and a sector. Find the radius of the sector. Radius of the sector means this side BD length. So I can write the radius. So this side length equal to this side length. This 14 equal here 14. Right. Then the radius equal 14 centimeter. Okay. So you have 1 marks there. Then part 2, calculate the arc length of DC. DC arc length. So this is the arc length. You can see this is the arc length. Okay, so how to find the arc length for full circle 25R? So as I mentioned in first paper, you have 3 types of sectors only: 180, 90, and 45 degrees. Okay, so here 45 degrees. So you write C equal 45 upon 360 degree into 25R. That's the formula. But you know that 45 degree means 1/8 of a full circle. Remember in that 1/8. We simplify 45 1, 45 8. 1/8 into 2 into 5 into R. R is 14 meter. Then substitute 7 1 7 2 2 1 2 4 2 1 2 2 2 1 2 11. So the arc length given you the 11 meters. 11 meters. Okay. 45 upon 360 into 25 hours. DC arc length given. Okay. For that one, you have 2 marks there. Okay. For finding that one, I gives you 3 marks. Then calculate the perimeter of the whole land. Perimeter of the whole land. So perimeter means the sum of outer length. That's the definition. You are not running inside length. So you start this point and you run through the outer length and come back to the initial point. Right. So the question number 3. Perimeter equal, you can add up all the length starting here 20 meter plus here the radius that is 14 meter plus here the I write downwards 14 meter and then here the arc length that gives you 11 meter and here 20 meter and here 14 meter. Okay, I add all the dimensions 4 plus 1 5 plus 4 9 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4 6 7, so 79 meters are there. So that is perimeter. So some students think that this part also included. No, right? Because the outer length only, right? Outer length. Right, 79 meters. Okay, that's fine. Then the last part, if it is planned to grow a vegetable, here you have 2 marks. Vegetable to grow half of the area of the rectangle part or sector which consists more area than the other. If you take now, they have 2 options. You can select either half of this rectangle part or half of this sector part for growing up some vegetables. So which is more area, having more area. So you need to check individually the half of the rectangle area as well as the half of the sector area. Okay. Then choose what is the bigger area. Okay. Then I will try the half of the area of rectangle, right? Then I can check AB, DE rectangle. How to find the rectangle area, length into breadth, 20 meter into 14 meter. Then it gives you 280 square meter. Then half of that, half of the area. Half of the area means half of that 280 square meter. Just divide by 2. That gives you 140 square meters. Okay, so this is first part. Then I take the half of the area of the sector. Right. Firstly, I take the area of the sector. Area of the sector. So what is the area of the sector? You know that you can directly apply 1/8 5R squared. 5R squared. Okay. Then 1/8 into 5 into r squared. So the r is 14 meter, 14 into 14. So 7172, 2124, then 22, 211, 2127. So 11 into 7, that gives you 77 square meters. Okay. Then half of that means just 77 square meters divided by 2, that is 236, 38.5 square meters. Now you can compare these two. Write 1/4. You can write 1/4 square meter is the half of the rectangle is greater than 38.5 square meters. Here the half of the rectangle, here the half of the sector. So which is the bigger area? This one. Then find the area of the appropriate plot. This is the plot, that is a rectangle plot. You can give, we choose the rectangle plot. Then what is the area? Having area 140 square meter. That is the bigger one. Okay, for that part you have 4 marks because that is the biggest part of this question. Okay, write it down. Understood? Any question? Yes, Vota, in the third question. No, Buddha, 4/9 is not for the food. That's remaining. For food is spent 5/9. See the spend factor. You got the remaining factor. Right. Okay, that is fine. Right now we are moving to the question number 3. Right. See, there in a certain camps, there was sufficient food for 24 people, 15 days. If 6 people came to the camp after 5 days, for how many days? That's okay, that's fine. Then for how many days will the total amount of foods be sufficient for one person? Now, Mulimapi first find for 24 people, it is sufficient for 15 days. Then check how many men days. Always check with men days. So for first part, 24 people, 24 means having for how many days? 5 days, right? Check the question. 24 people having 15 days. 15 days sufficient foods. Okay, then 24 into 15, 60. 360 men days required. The total food is sufficient for 360 men days. That means if one person eat 360 days, they can eat. Okay, then they are asking for how many days will the total amount sufficient for one person. Like if you divide by one person, one min, to check how many days requirement. Then min cancel, 360 divided by 1 means 360. So that is per the equation, but remember that like 360 min days definition is if one min eat, he can sufficient 360 days. One min 360 days. If two means 180 days, three means 120 days. Likewise, the total shall be 360 min days. Okay. For that one, you have 2 marks. Then part 2, calculate the amount of food sufficient for 24 people for first 5 days. 24 people for first 5 days. Then 24 means multiply with for first 5 days, 5 days. Then check 120 mean days. So that is the sufficient foods, right? 2 marks. Okay, 24 people to 5 mean days. Okay, then third one, for how many days will the food is remaining be sufficient for all the peoples? Right, then you can calculate the so you can write how many days will the food is remaining for to be sufficient for all the peoples. Now you check what is the remaining amount of food remaining. So how to find the remaining? 360 is the totally sufficient. Now it is done 120. So from 360 subtracts 120, that gives you 240 min days. That was the remaining foods. Now how many mins are there in the total? Because after 5 days came newly 6 people. Then how many total peoples now? 24 plus 6, 30 peoples are there. For 30 people, this is the balance now, min days. So how the days requirement? Just divide this 240 min days with the new mins available now, that is 30 mins. Right, now just min cancelled, 0 cancelled, so it gives you 8 days. Now for the total 30 mins sufficient for 8 days. Okay, then you have another 2 marks there. Okay, for that one you have another 3 marks, huh? Right. Okay, last part of that question, part B. See there, if a person who invested 50,000 rupees in a bank, right, they paid 52,000 as the total amount after 1 year, find the simple interest rate. Before that, calculate what is the annual simple interest. Annual simple interest. How to find the annual simple interest? After 1 year period, they settled 52,000 who borrowed 50,000 loan. So what is this additional? Additional is the interest. So 52,000 subtracts the 50,000. Okay, then that is rupees 2,000. That is the interest for how many periods? 1 year period, right? So that is the interest per year. Now, how to calculate the simple interest rate? Remember that interest rate equal IR, right? How just the annual simple interest to be the top rupees 2,000 divide by the loan amount. Always divide by the loan. What is the loan? 50,000. To make a percentage, multiply with 100%. This is the loan 50,000. Of that 2,000 is the interest per year. Then multiply with 100%. Here 2 zeros, 3 zeros cancelled with this one. Here 0, 0, 5, 1, 5, 2, 2 into 2, 4%. So it is calculated as the interest rate, annual simple interest rate as 4%. For these calculations, you have 3 marks. Okay, fine. Hands up those who got 10 marks for this question. This is good question. Right, now we move to the question number 4. You can see that so this is a pie chart question. You can see and here Anthurian, and here rose, right, and here 90-degree, and here 150-degree, and here 45-degree, and here it is unknown. We will check the flower types. Find the angle which represent begonia. Right here, begonia. Right. We'll check here. Now, they ask him find the angle which represent the begonia flowers. Right. Now, you can see how to find that this angle, all other three angles given, then how to find the balance. So, all these four angles add up to 360 degrees. So, you can find x plus 45 plus 90 plus 150 equal 360 degrees. So x plus, you can add up all these three together. $285 equal 360. Then x equal 360, subtract 285. Okay. Right, 95 degrees. X equal 95 degrees. So here that angle is 95. Okay. Arjuna, right? Here 45, 90, 150, right? 150 plus 90 plus 45. Here becomes some 5, 285. Yes. Here 75, right? Right. 75 degree there. So here 75. Okay, that is 75. Right. So x equals 75. For this one, you have 2 marks there. That is fine. That is the first part. Okay, you got the concept. The sum of all the angles are add up to 360 degree. Okay, then find if the total flower plants is 720, find the number of rose plants. How to take the rose plants? Here rose plants is 90 degree. The total is 720. But you can see that is from the total 1/4 part by looking into the pie chart. 1/4 part of the whole circle. Then means from the total plants that is 1/4 even. But you can write from 360 total angle that is 90 degree, from 360 that is 90. If that's so, from 720 how much? Okay, then 361, 362, then 2 into 90, 180 rose plants are there. For that one you have 2 marks. Then 3. How many anthurium plants are there in the begonia? Are there than begonia plants? How many anthurium than begonia? Right. So now we will check anthurium. How much? How to take anthurium first? Right. From 360, right, its angle. 360, that is anthurium 150. If that's so, from how much the total? 720, how much? From 360 this much. If that's so, from 720 how much? 361, 362, then 2 into 150, that is 300 plants. Okay, then begonia, how much the begonia? How to take from 360, that is 75, then 720 how much? 1, 2, then 2 into 75, 150. So they're asking more than how many anthurium? Anthurium 300, 150. So what is the difference of these two? That is the more than number. So just 300 subtract 150, that gives 150 plants. Okay, for that one you have 3 marks. Right, last part. There are equal number of rose plants and the camper, right? Here the camper, right? Camper. These are equal for the second day also. After in the second day, the seller removed 30 anthurium plants and another 30 begonia plants to the exhibition, right? Here from anthurium, remove 30, right? Subtracted 30 um, anthurium plants and add another 30 to the begonia plants. Now you can check how much the how much new anthurium. New anthurium is we had anthurium total 300 there, right? Then from 300, 30 being subtracted. That means here 270 anthuriums now. And for begonia plants, and add another 30 begonia. Begonia we had 150, so 30 being added newly, then 180. Okay, 180 they are. Okay, then they are asking what is the angle at the center denote for the begonia flower plants. Now you can see the begonia plants now 180. Then to indicate the angle, so you have to divide the certain plant of the certain begonia, here begonia 180 of what is the total plant. You have to divide by the total. Now it doesn't harm to the total quantity. Why? Here these two equal, here 30 subtracted, but here that 30 being added. So it doesn't harm to the total number of plants. So the total always, right, 720. From 720 total, now begonia 180. If that's so, from 360 degree, what is the angle allocation? From total plants, right, the begonia plants, just multiply with 360. How much the allocation? So here 361, 362, then 180 divided by 2 means that is 90 degree. So now actually allocate 90 degree. Okay, how it sometimes if it harms to the total quantity, then this also differ. Not 720, maybe other values. So you have to put new total on the top, new begonia, that is the as a fraction wise the allocation. So if that's so, from 360, how much the angle allocation? Okay, so you have the 4 marks for that one. 3 marks. Okay, now then move to the last question, right? Correct it. Okay, right. So you can make your marks. We are at now paper number 6. Now check from the beginning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? How much we have covered and what is your progress, and you can check whether I know these concepts now or not. Right? You do a self evaluation. Right, now we are moving to the last question, that is the set. Right, write the elements of above in a sets. Right, so this is how it deals. The universal set equal, right, I write with the element for first part, uh, whole numbers from 1 to 10, from 1 to 10. So whole numbers like integers. So you write 1 to 10, all the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are the whole numbers from 1 to 10. Then set A indicates the multiple of 3 from 1 to 10. What are the multiple of 3 from 1 to 10? 3, 6, 9. Okay, 3, 6, 9. Then set B includes the prime numbers from 1 to 10. What are the prime numbers? Then 2, 3, 5, 7. So these are the prime numbers from 1 to 7. 1 to 10. Prime numbers means having only two distinct factors. right? 2, 3, 5, 7. They are not divisible by other values except 1 and the number itself. Write the elements of above say given set. So this is having 3 marks, 1 by 1. Okay, then part 2, right? Using the above elements, fill in the Venn diagram. Using the above element, fill the Venn diagram. So how to fill a Venn diagram? See there when the elements given. So set A and set B there, and this is the universal set. Remember that when A and B given, first fill the intersection part. Okay, so that means you have to find what is the common element for both the sets. You can see that 3 is common for both the sets. 6, 9, not 3 is the common. You write 3 there. Then for A except 3, what is the elements now? 6, 9. So you put 6, 9 there. Okay, then B you check. For B, 3 is taken here. For except that 2, 5, 7 there. So you put 2, 5, 7 here. Now you check in the universal set, what is the missing out of these, right? What is the balance in the universal set? 1 is not there, so 1 to be outside. 2 there, 3, 4 is not there, 4, 5, 6, 7 there, 8 not there, then 9 there, 10 not there. Now you further check whether all the elements came to this. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is fine. Set contain. Using the above elements, fill in the Venn diagram. So you have 3 marks there. So the part 2, write the elements of A union B complement. So A union B complement. Right. First understand A union B. A union B means sum of all the 2 elements, sum of all the 2 sets. A union B, that is complement mean except that. So except that means outside that 1, 4, 8, 10. So except A union B, 1, 4, 8, 10. So these are the elements. Okay. A union B is this one, except that outside 1, 4, 8, 10. Okay, then last part. So you have 2 marks for this one. The last part, write the sample space of experiment that throwing a tetrahedron dice the number from 1 to 4. So the normal sample space also a set to be indicated as S. So S equal, right, the probable results, that is sample space. So what are the probable results from 1 to 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. All the probable results set is the sample space. So you have 2 marks. It is a set. You have to indicate as the symbol S equal and within the curly bracket all the elements, right? That contains 2 marks. Okay, right? Any questions up to now? The discussion, and you can send me the marks out of 100. How much you gave? You can correct it, right? Or if you have any doubts, any questions in the part A or part B, you can just ask. Okay, you can take your marks, right? You can examine your marks. Okay, Putta, no problem. Whatever marks you gain, but especially understand the right incorrect part, right, and recorrect it with the red pen and see how the new theory parts you learn and understand the concepts for upcoming papers, right? Especially keep in your mind the gain things in your mind today, right? පැහැදිලිද හැමෝම එතකොට තමන්ගේ වැරදි ටික හොඳට අඳුර ගන්න, මේ වැරදි ටික කරෙක්ට් කර ගන්න, රයිට් ඉස්සරහ පේපර්ස් වලදී ටික කරෙක්ට් කර ගන්න. ඒතර අපි පේපර් නම්බර් 6 වල ඉන්නේ. ඒතර පේපර් නම්බර් 7 වල 7 අපි next week කතා කරනවා. ඒතර හෙට අපි grade 10 theory class එක තියෙනවා. 8 ඉඳලා 10 වෙනකන් theory parts මග රෙච්චායට ඒක සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න පුළුවන් 10 theory එකට. එතකොට අපි usually paper class එක Monday same time එකේ. So everyone you can use the website for the next day. The paper will be shared maybe tomorrow. The paper number 7, you can take it and do within the week and come with the paper number 7. Okay, Buddha. So today I will conclude the session. So we successfully done the paper number 6 with a detailed discussion within 2 hours. So gain the knowledge and think. Uh, yes, you can attend even only the paper, right? It is not compulsory to attend both. As per your consent, you can attend either paper or the theory or both. Okay, no problem. So we will meet by next Monday with paper class as usual and theory class tomorrow 8 to 10 p.m. Okay, thank you very much. Good night. Have a nice day.